Summer is upon us, and it's easy to slip into some bad routines when we start feeling busy and rushed and hurried. And so we actually have to stop and set ourselves to have the right work focus, the right work attitude, and to make sure that we have the right training, knowledge that we need to do our job as we're going into work, right? In reviewing callbacks, I feel like the number one reason for a callback is related to mindset stuff. It's an attention to detail or a slowing down and caring a little bit more, or taking your time to process something else rather than the first thing you found and processed. Willingness to make sure everything gets closed out completely before you move on to the next thing. And it just seems to be that is about the most common, in my opinion, the most common reason for callbacks. A lot of callbacks are just silly, preventable things if we had taken some extra steps, right? So this morning we're going to do a little exercise. Everybody's going to get up and write on the board. I got some colors. You have your green and your blue for writing the positive mindset, the good habits to have, and ways to gain knowledge, understand what you do, and to grow in that area with your knowledge and your skills. And then we have red and pink as our negative colors for a negative mindset, habits, and knowledge. So in your opinion, which one of these three is the most important? And we'll focus on preventing callbacks, but really these three things are about what make us a great technician or not, right? Like these three things are just life stuff. It's not all about callbacks, it's about our career. But I'm focusing on callbacks as far as the theme here. Mindset, habits, knowledge, and skills. Any opinions on what's the most important? Mindset.
I was gonna say habits.
Habits, okay.
It's obviously knowledge and skills.
All right, knowledge and skills. Wrong. Wrong. Thanks, Ronnie. I needed that. Yeah, it probably is mindset, right? Mindset. If you have great knowledge and skills and the wrong mindset, you're gonna have callbacks. You're gonna have issues. And we've seen that time and time and again where we've hired people with a lot of experience that just didn't like their job and was sick of working. They had worked too long in their life. So they weren't able to sustain gratitude or perspective about what they were doing. That it mattered, that it was important, or that their growth, their continued growth mattered. And so their mindset got off. But also, we've had plenty of people like me. I'm a good example of somebody who just has this unnaturally good mindset typically and terrible habits, right? Great attitude, positive, ready to take it to the end. Terrible habits, cut myself out. And so like maybe it's the van organization, finding what I need, closing stuff up, always getting that notification on Monday that you didn't fill out your timesheets. Oh yeah, and I have to stop and then I'm behind on Monday or whatever I'm doing. So habits will also really tear you down. Even if you feel like you're a positive person that has a great attitude at work, your habits have the potential to really cut you down. And then knowledge and skill, like Ronnie said, it's not the most important thing, but we all have experience not knowing what we needed to know, and that's what caused our problem. And so as you guys come in and fill out, if you could focus on mindset and habits, whatever you have left over, feel free to fill into here. This is pretty self-explanatory as far as gaining knowledge and skill. I think we got enough to talk about some things here, right? Avoiding hard work, I put on here. This becomes a mindset when, typically when our day has gotten a little long and we would rather just pass on the job to the next day or to the next person instead of completing things right there and finalizing. Now, that doesn't automatically create a callback, does it? But the mindset does. So maybe the job you're on, you decide to push it off and send a quote. But having that mindset in general, that approach to jobs, that I'm not going to finish this and be the last person, to being willing to be the last person out to this call, is the opposite of avoiding hard work. So this mindset is crucial. Make this a commitment to yourself. Be willing to be the last person out to the call. That'll serve you for years and years. And I think that what ends up happening, there's a progression here. We have to watch this. This is a daily watching ourselves mindset, right? We have to watch our mindset. We have to develop good patterns in our thinking. But in order for this to have real implications, we have to take our mindset and move it into our habits, and then start laying down patterns of work that keep us in the right mindset, that keep us in the right direction, okay? So habits are about how you start your day before work, how you end your day after work, and then keeping that consistent all the way through, right? I put on here checking the call the night before, so you're not surprised in the morning by what you're going to. Maybe it's an hour away, and you have to pick up something from the shop for your second job. Somebody pick a favorite habit up here. Anyone that they see?
I like the final walk.
The final walkthrough. That's great. Yep, this is a good one for callbacks. This says full walkthrough. I'm going to just put that as final as well. Where?
Green on the right.
Oh,
I wrote it down first.
okay. So this is how you start.
Red, though,
This
so-
is how you start your calls. This is how you start your calls. The full walkthrough. You look at everything. This is how you end. Final walkthrough before you leave calls. So this habit will help you so much, right? We have a lot of those silly callbacks where the system should be running and we turn it off at the thermostat. So we know everything's operating. We walk around, make sure panels are closed. It reminds us if we've left breakers off, if we've left caps off our system, if there's something else unaddressed.
I forgot one. Maybe checking the history.
Checking the history. Yeah, that's a good one.
So like if you've had 5 failed coils there, we've replaced the coil 5 times, maybe not assume it's the coil again.
Yeah, that's good. I appreciate what Ronnie put up here if you guys didn't read it. This is head trash, and it's an example of head trash. So CSR is adding too many 4 to 445 calls, infinity calls, and he's already been working since, is that 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I usually don't get in that early though.
that when you are busy and somebody has made a scheduling mistake and we're all suffering for it, and you get in a mindset that like bad things have happened to me, and I don't like where I'm at, instead of just like expecting problems to actually happen in our day. This is a normal human experience, a normal work thing, and being ready for things to go wrong, things to go long, problems to happen. See it as part of your work. Okay, and then knowledge and skill. This is a part of the mindset of daily looking to improve. This is tied directly to your joy as a technician. Okay? Your long-term enjoying your job, you're going to spend most of your life in your job, is tied to your own commitment to constantly improve. Okay? The second that you are relaxed and your job is dull and boring and you're not pushing yourself in any way, that's when all of these negative things can come into play and you stop enjoying your job. And when we are pushing ourselves and things are uncomfortable but we're making progress, that's when we can actually enjoy our job, and we do want to be able to enjoy our jobs.
Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it and got something out of it, if you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up button to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notifications bell to be notified when new videos come out. HVAC School is far more than a YouTube channel. You can find out more by going to hvacrschool.com, which is our website and hub for all of our content, including tech tips, videos, podcasts, and so much more. You can also subscribe to the podcast on any podcast app of your choosing. You can also join our Facebook group if you want to weigh in on the conversation yourself. Thanks again for watching.